in the past, when I would get up to speak, I would say that I was terrified because I felt like I was. But I'm going to give you this little tidbit for free that I just learned and that I'm using currently, because I'm not terrified. I'm excited. Are you all excited? Yes. So I read this book. I just finished it last week, called Everything is Figure-Outable. And within that book, I recommend it with reservation. There are a few curse words, but it's a great book about, what do you imagine? Everything is figure-outable. And she talks about fear and the physiology of fear. Palms are sweaty, your stomach feels kind of weird, and all these different physiological manifestations. But the reality is, when you're excited or you're anticipating something, you feel the same thing. You've just called it anticipation. You call it excitement. And so fear is really something that we've named fear. And so when we name it, we feel it. So I get up and I'm like, oh, I'm so afraid. And then I'd be afraid. But all week, I'm like, no, I'm not afraid. I'm excited. I know most of these people. Seems like I know mostly all of the people, which that's great. Sometimes that's challenging too. But what I want you to know, especially for the young people, is that when God has called you to do something, the Holy Spirit gives you power. He offers power. Let me say that. He offers power. And Satan offers fear. And God just gave me this like yesterday. Because I've been, like, my mind has been racing since May when they asked me to do this. And more so in the last month or so. And when you say you're afraid, that means you've accepted Satan's gift versus the Holy Spirit's. And I was just like, no, Satan, I don't want your stuff. You can keep that, because I'm excited. My friends have invited me here. My friends are here to hear me. And God, you gave me something to say, and I know it. Because nothing that will be said today did I think of before. Like before today, obviously, because this would be kind of awkward as I sit here and try to figure it out. But I've talked on this topic a couple of times this year. This has been coming together. Every time I do it, it's different. But when I thought of it, I was just like, whoa, God, wow. This is not something I just like went in a book and found and was like, oh, God was like pouring in. And I love this ministry because that's what happens. I don't know this stuff. God is like, here, let me share this with you.